came to his teacher Socrates and said, "Your servant was standing in the market speaking wrongly about you." Socrates smiled and asked, "What was he saying?" Plato replied emotionally, "He was saying about you." Before Plato could continue, Socrates stopped him with a gesture of his hand and said, "Before you tell me this, put it through the test of 3 filters. Analyze it, and then decide whether you should tell me or not." Plato asked, "O teacher, what are these 3 filters?" Socrates said, "First, are you absolutely sure that what you are about to tell me is 100% true?" Plato immediately shook his head in denial. Socrates laughed and said, "Then what benefit will this bring to you or to me?" Plato stared silently at Socrates' face. Socrates continued, "That was the first filter. Now let's come to the second filter. Is the thing you want to tell me a good thing?" Plato shook his head again. "No, it is something bad." Socrates smiled and said, "Do you think you should tell your teacher something bad?" Plato again shook his head. Socrates said, "So it does not pass the second filter either." Plato remained silent. After a short pause, Socrates said, "And the final filter, tell me, is what you want to say useful or beneficial for me?" Plato shook his head and replied, "O teacher, this is certainly not beneficial for you." Socrates laughed and said, "If it is not beneficial for me, then what is the need to tell it?" Plato looked around in confusion. Socrates had laid down these 3 principles of conversation thousands of years ago. All his students followed them. Before speaking, they would test every statement through the 3 filters. 1. Is it 100% true? 2. Is it good? 3. Is it beneficial for the listener? If a statement passed all 3 filters, they would speak without hesitation. If it failed in any one of the filters, they would remain silent. Today, our society also needs this 3-filter test very much, where criticism, gossip, false accusations, and misleading talk are widespread, and people eagerly wait to shoot arrows of words at each other. Because of this, many unfortunate incidents continue to happen.